Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this is a weekly reading for the Divine Masculine for November 19th to the 26th. So this reading is pretty harsh to hear, and it's going to be a little bit of tough love too. So just prepare yourselves. So you guys' weekly lesson is the Lovers. So this is about healing your relationships with your partners, exes, and your parents. Yeah. So with the obstacles with this lesson, you have the 10 of Wands, and then you have the 3 of Swords, which is a gorgeous card. Like, that needs a fucking emoji. It really does. It's so iconic. So with the 10 of Wands energy, it's basically talking about like the expectations that were placed on you in your life. Maybe your parents expected you to grow up like a certain type of way. And in your relationships that you encounter day to day, you're given expectations. Like, you need to be this, you need to be that, you need to be strong, you need to be a provider, you can't be emotional, you know, X, Y, Z. So it's just this heavy weight on you because you're not meeting those expectations. You can't meet those expectations. And it's defeating. It's draining and it's heavy. It's literally the energy of Atlas holding the world on his shoulders because he's trying to lift everybody up, make them happy, you know, worry about their needs before your own. And what you need right now is to heal this fucking 3 of Swords. So with the 3 of Swords, it's literally the past, present, and the future. This imagery of 3, past, present, future, raining down on your current day-to-day. So, for example, if you have a partner and they clean your room, right? And you don't like that, and it triggers you, and you're like, what the fuck? Why'd you clean my room? Why were you going through my shit? Because now you just feel like they're violating your privacy. But in reality, it's not that you were mad about them cleaning. It made you remember that, you know, you had a mom that went through your shit all the time. And, you know, you always felt like your privacy was invaded, you know? So it's not that you're really mad at your partner for that, but it triggered that memory of, you know, that experience when you were a child. So, you know, the partner's sitting here taken by it, but there's a connection is what I'm getting at. So it's literally, you have to address that trigger. Okay, it made me feel like this, and it came from this place. Okay, so I need to fix this to move forward. Yeah, and there's always a pattern. Like, when we deal with relationships, typically we'll keep dating the same type of people until we break the cycle. So that's why it's so important to heal these triggers. And to heal triggers, you know, you can write on a piece of paper, you know, I unconditionally love and forgive so-and-so. I release myself from this trigger across all timelines and dimensions. Permanently, I forgive and unconditionally love myself, you know, for letting this trigger be here and be present. And then you burn it, and you can flush it down the toilet, burn it in a fire-safe dish, obviously. And I always just flush the paper remains down the toilet, or I'll let the wind carry them on the patio. So that's just one way to heal triggers. And there's a couple more. But yeah, these triggers are really stemming from what you saw with your parents. Like, what did their love look like? What did they have a healthy relationship? Did you grow up in a single parent household? You know, did your mom or dad have a ton of other partners around? You know, was there any stabilization in your growing up life? You know, what kind of patterns are you repeating from your parents? Or, you know, from somebody that was close to you while you were younger, you know, because it's all connected. It really is. And triggers always typically have root issues from the household you were raised in. And if you're retracing your triggers in relationships, because the way I look at it is, okay, this relationship, go back to your last one. Go back to the one before that. Go back to the one before that. What pattern are you recognizing? Because there's always a pattern. What pattern? Like, what type of people do you keep dating? Or what kind of attributes do they have that were the same as another ex or whatever? And then typically, like I said, it correlates to your childhood with your parents. But if you still feel like there's something even more to that story, if you feel like it's even beyond your parents, it's probably with your ancestors. Like they probably had their own shit going on that was repeating that cycle, which is a domino effect. Or it could be a past life experience that you have to do a little bit more digging and deeper meditation to get to. So just be aware that some triggers stop at this lifetime and go even beyond. So doing like Akashic record meditations on YouTube will help. Past life regressions meditations will help. Going to a reader or a shaman that specifies in past life readings can help as well. So yeah, just be open-minded to where these triggers may be, but you've got to do a little digging to find them. But yeah, just dig. So how to face this challenge, you have the 8 of Swords and then the 4 of Pentacles. So get out of your head, because that's literally what this 8 of Swords is. She's trapped and bound in this flimsy ass shit because she's overthinking. So you literally have to just take it off. It reminds me of streamers. Like, take it off. It's not binding you, but it's literally because you're scared to be in these muddy emotions. And these emotions are muddy, but you have to just face them. Getting out of your head about the insecurities. Oh, this didn't work out. This relationship didn't work out. They hurt me, yada, yada, yada. You know, all the victimhood, all the self-doubt, all the insecurity, all the, defeat. Just release yourself from that, because there's no need to be in that state. You know, obviously reflect, revise what happened in past relationships, but you don't need to stay in that vibration. So with the 4 of Pentacles, you need to stabilize yourself, ground yourself. So using crystals like obsidian, and sleeping with obsidian will actually help bring what needs to be healed to the surface in your dreams. Meditating with obsidian will also do the same thing. Black tourmaline, tiger's eye. I have my little tiger's eye snake totem here. So shedding layers, shedding skin of all this shit. So yeah, work on making yourself feel safe, making yourself feel secure again, focusing on your financial security, focusing on stabilizing yourself in your life so you can be in a foundation, knowing who you are, understanding your needs and your wants and your requirements when it comes to encountering relationships or dating or whatever. Get in your bag, all that shit. So the outcome, we have the 9 of Wands. And then we have the Queen of Wands. So the song I was hearing with the 9 of Wands is Love is a Battlefield. I don't know the artist, but it's an 80s song. But yeah, you can't be scared of love, because that's literally what this 9 of Wands is talking about. This is this dude is somebody that went to war and he's scared to get back out there because he's scared to get fucked up again. It will happen. Love is a battlefield. It really is. But, that doesn't mean, that's like, okay, if you're cooking and you cut yourself, does that mean you're going to stop cooking just because you hurt yourself once? No, you're not going to stop cooking just because you cut yourself once. Like, you'll be more cautious. You'll be more aware. But you have to keep moving forward. You have to keep inviting yourself, being vulnerable, taking your wall down, your barrier down, because that's another thing with this 3 of Swords is it really imprisons your heart. But when you put this wall up and don't let anybody go beyond it, this emotional wall, to keep people out, you're also not letting good shit in. You can be missing out on so many gorgeous opportunities because you're scared to open yourself up. You're scared that you'll be attacked or hurt or, what the fuck ever. But literally, you have to let down your guard. You have to be more self-aware, yes. Be, open-minded. If you see red flags, pay attention to them. But that doesn't mean you should give up and let the past pains jade you into future experiences. So yeah, don't be scared. And the Queen of Wands energy, this is literally solar plexus energy. So this is an energy that's coming into you guys' life, or it can be an actual person. But whoever this Queen of Wands is for you, or whatever this Queen of Wands is, it deals with passion, creativity, power. So this could be like a creative project. This could be, you know, whatever. Like I said, be broad and open-minded. But whoever this is, this connection is literally going to empower you. You know, it's going to make you feel more confident. It's going to make you thrive. It's going to reconnect you to your intuition because of the black cat at the bottom. That's really what I always get, is the intuition, because cats are super fucking psychic. But it's literally going to bring you to life. Literally. I just heard like the Evanescence song, Wake Me Up Inside or Bring Me to Life. I can't remember which one it's called, but that song was playing in my head just now. So literally it's waking you up, saving you. Yeah. And reinstilling life and vitality in you. You know, the sunflower is the sun. It's correlated to the sun. So it's going to bring you life and vibrancy. But you have to be able to open yourself up to it. Yeah. So with the crystal cards, we have the Awakening Crystal, Emotional Healing. We have Petrified Wood, Ancestors. And we have Fairy Stone, Fertility. So, like I said, the domino effect, you know, typically we saw our parents have certain types of relationships, and that's probably stemming from the way they saw their parents have relationships, and then their parents have relationships, and it's a domino effect. So we have to take it back, heal all of the ancestors, relationship issues, heartaches, asking your ancestors to provide insight to what needs to be healed, healing your old breakups, healing those old wounds, those old triggers. And once you heal your triggers, because I want to make this very clear, and this is kind of where the tough love comes in. Healing your triggers can be annoying and hard and muddy emotions, but once they are healed for good. I want to make that very clear. They are healed for good. You know, sometimes you might have to touch up on them a little bit, you know, but it will never hurt as bad as the first time you uncover this wound. It's like if you cut yourself and you have an open wound, literally it's like facing a trigger is literally opening the wound, pouring the alcohol in it. It burns, it hurts for a minute, but the pain goes away and it heals after you bandage it and you protect it. And then, you know, you can take the Band-Aid off and expose that skin again. That's literally what's going on here. So we have to open our triggers back up. We have to explore what they look like, what they are, because they need to be healed. So like I said, that little paper ritual, writing them down, burning it, that's a really good way to heal it. Sleeping with rose quartz or malachite. I have malachite right here. This is like a deep emotional healing crystal, heart chakra correlated. Sleeping with the obsidian, like I said, or black tourmaline or tiger's eye. Also Shiva Lingam, because that helps balance out the inner divine masculine and feminine energy too. So just working on that, working on all that shit. But once you feel through the triggers, literally, like if you have a certain conversation with somebody or you watch a TV show or you listen to an artist and all of a sudden you're taken back to this memory of an ex or, you know, whatever your parents did, and it makes you upset or feel some type of way. You know, not every trigger is a negative emotion, but we're healing the negative ones. So it's like, you know, you listen to a certain artist and you remember that ex and you fucking mobbing out to it or whatever. So it's like now instead of being triggered all the fucking time and you can't listen to the artist because of that, or you can't talk about certain things, literally healing this trigger will allow you to do that again. Now you can listen to that person and like, yeah, you might think of that ex, but it's more from a place of like acceptance. Like, damn, that was dope. Like, I appreciated that connection. I appreciated that person being in my life for the time being they were there. So yeah, it's like now you just have a whole new outlook on it. So I just really wanted to drive home the point of triggers, once they're healed, they do not really come back up the way that they ever will the first time. It gets easier and easier every time. Like I said, sometimes they need to be revisited, but most of the time not really. It just kind of depends. Or it won't hurt as bad if you re-experience it. And if you re-experience it, it just shows that there's still a little bit more healing you have to do in that trigger. So don't be judgmental with your healing process and journey. And with the fairy stone fertility, that is correlated to the Queen of Wands energy. And basically it's bringing in abundance. Like once you're healing all of this shit, then you get to tap into this abundance, this power, this intuitive creation, this natural born creation with this person or this energy or whatever this Queen of Wands is for you. But yeah, you get to live a fucking abundant ass life, you know, in all areas. And also revisiting these relationship issues, you get to repaint what love looks like to you, you know, figuring out what your needs are, because that's an issue with the divine masculine sometimes, is you guys don't know what you want. You know, you could ask me right now what it is I want in a relationship and I can give you a whole fucking requirement list. You know, a lot of men can't do that. So you have to figure out, what do I want in a relationship? What does a healthy relationship even look like? Even if you've never had a true example of one, what does that look like to you? What does a good, healthy relationship look like to you? You know, start repainting it. And when you're healing these triggers, that gives you the opportunity to be this Four of Pentacles and restabilize yourself. It gives you the opportunity to create that new foundation of what it is you need and want in a relationship. And that's a very necessary process too. But the healing of the triggers needs to happen first. So, yeah. When I first pulled these cards, I literally was like, ouch. Like, fuck. This is some heavy stuff. But like I said, it's a little bit of tough love because you can't keep playing victim. You can't keep binding yourself in this fake ass tissue paper. You just can't. You just can't. So yeah, heal these triggers. I absolutely love and adore the divine masculine, and I wish you so much ease and grace during your healing process. And I send you so much love on your journey. So yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Share if you feel called to. I am available for personal tarot and oracle readings, as well as distance Reiki sessions. So yeah, be sure to hit me up and all that jazz. So I will see you guys next week. Bye.